Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. So, a simple breakfast because I don't have yogurt. I don't have, I picked these up. We stopped after for work at Walmart and little pancakes that you can put in a toaster. Did my ham in the air fryer and coffee. Um, After I'm done this, I gotta take a shower. Bro's coming in. We're gonna do a mukbang. For sure, he's coming in today. And after I'm done, I'm gonna get off at Walmart, buy enough for a week. And I usually try to buy enough for 2 weeks, but I might be out of here. And last week, I only got enough to do me a week, so I had to pick up a canned milk when I was at Walmart. Last week I didn't. I counted my eggs. I didn't buy eggs. I only bought one loaf of bread instead of two. Um, Canned milk, I didn't pick any up. I had one can. I had enough to do a week. Yeah, I thought I'd be out of here, but anyway, so when I go to Walmart, I'll pick up enough for a week. Because hopefully be uh, moved on the 26th, the day after Christmas. Because if she don't want the 4.5 hours, I'm just gonna ask the weekend night girl. So she only works Saturday and Sundays. So I'll ask her. She'll probably take it. It's not open. And it's only from probably about 3:30. Well, probably 3:45 to 8:15 or something like that. Because the morning one, she don't want to take the 8 hours. I'm pretty sure she'll take it, the other girl. I'll just call and say, I'm moving. Only day I can move. I'll ask her first. If she can't do it, because it's 26, whatever, I'll just call them and see and tell them. Say it's only 4 hours and 15 minutes. Can you ask the morning girl if she can do it? If they ask her, she'll say yes. She won't say no to them. She doesn't have anything planned, so if it was time and a half, because it's not a holiday, right? She jumped right to it. But anyway, so the plan is the 26th. Be in my place for New Year's. So we'll see. He's supposed to call me on Monday. He's supposed to leave this weekend now. If he's not out by this weekend, then I just want my money back. I didn't sign a lease or nothing. And I want it back from him too. If he's not out by this weekend, enough is enough. I mean, I hooked everything up. I'm paying internet, I'm paying stuff, insurance, and I'm not even in there. We got a lot of snow last night. Me and the bay cleaner, 7 o'clock. when he got in. We had it all cleared because it stopped snowing for a little bit. He worked on, oh, it was so busy. We almost sold 1,000 tokens for that small little store. 900 and some anyway. And it was so bad. Garbages were packed. It was just, looked like a bunch of pigs went in there. Throwing out things, not just garbage. We got these little small garbage cans. I mean, things were sticking out of it and everything. They just throw away anything. It was so bad. Anyway, because the cold weather's going to start now and people want to get the dirt off their car, right? Anyways, around 8, this guy comes in. I lost my keys in my truck. Asked if I had a coat hanger. I said, no, we don't have anything like that here. So anyway, still down there. 9 o'clock rolls around. I said, I gotta go see what he's doing. I figured he might have been waiting for a tow truck. Went down, he's playing with his window there. I said, did you call a tow truck? My phone's in there, I can't call them. I said, well, I got a phone. I said, it's 9 o'clock and you're going to be out of here by 10. You can't leave this in overnight. We're not insured for it. Any of those guys that walks around there and looking for things and whatever, they look in the window and see a truck. They can break that window because it's not secured, that part. The doors are, but if they broke the window, they could go, and it was a truck with equipment on it. It wasn't a commercial truck or nothing, it was his truck, but he was some type of contractor or something. He had tools and it wasn't just a truck. So anyway, this is 9 o'clock now. He's almost done the bays, but none of the hoses were. They were still garbage, stuff like that. So he said, can I use the bay cleaner down there to help me? I said, no, his job is bay cleaning. He asked me when I was walking up what he wanted. I said, you can't help him. Your job is here. Reason why. Now, explain later. If you're in a job and someone come and help me over here or whatever, and you go over there and you're not trained, or if he went over there and lost a finger, got injured, workers' comp wouldn't pay. He wouldn't be able to, because he's not doing his job. That's something else. So I called my supervisor. I said, look, I said, he still got, because he was going to go out and shovel at 9 o'clock. He knew he'd be done. Because everything got snowed over. Like literally, we're in a snowstorm. This much snow at the door, and we just did it at 7. So in 2 hours, we got that much snow in front of our door. I had to shovel to let somebody in. But half of it was coming off the roof, too, on that side. So I called my supervisor, and I said, I got this guy. I said, the bays are almost done. They're not completely done. It was crazy here today. I said, we still need to do shoveling. We did it, but everything's shoveled over. I asked him if he's going to call tow. I said, I don't think he's calling the tow. He's not paying $80, $90, he said, for a tow truck. No, you can't keep it in here because insurance purposes. And you want the bay cleaner to help him. He said, tell him to hang up the hose. Don't worry about the shovel. Don't worry about the bays. They don't get done. We weren't getting anybody in there after that. This snowstorm coming anyway. He said, get them to help him because we got to get them out of there. They won't be able to get a tow truck now anyway because they're too busy on the roads getting people out of the ditch. They're not going to come in there for $80. They said if he doesn't start it, or if he doesn't get his keys, get his name and number, and tell him that we open at 7. And if anything happens, we'll call. I said, okay. So I went down. And I said, I went and brought the bay cleaner, and I told him, I called the supervisor, it's okay for you to help. Because he's tall and he could hold on to the pliers while he's prying it open and whatever, and bungee cord, and he had a big rigmarole. So I asked him, I said, he said you can help him if you want to. I gave him choice. He said he'd help him. He would have helped him anyway, and I told him. That's when I told him, I said, because he didn't want it to go down, and I told him it's not his job. His job is cleaning the bay. Anyway, he's a kid, right? Gotta look out for him. I said, the reason why I said so is because if you got injured without permission, you would not get no compensation. I said, because you know what they would do is the company would say, well, you were doing things that you're not supposed to, or it's not part of your job description. I said, but your supervisor, I called him. He said it's okay to help him. So now if you got injured, then that's a different story, right? Because, I mean, he had a contraption there that he could have, the bungee cord could have swung back, took his eye out. He had it really monkey wrench, like everything, and his finger, anything. So anyway, I said, that's if you want to help him. So he went and helped him. And it took 45 minutes because it was 9:45. The Fonda came early. They let her off early at her night job. I told her she couldn't even drive in where they usually park. The snow was up to there. It was all coming from the roof. I said, we had, because she got to go shovel it this morning. Forget the guy, the supervisor, when he comes in or something, but I told the supervisor that night, I said, we shoveled it. We had it right cleared. He used the wheelbarrow. He had 2. Because it started snowing lightly about 5. At 7, it was still, and good job we did do it, because I said, you might as well wait, me and him, until 9 o'clock. Have it planned that you're going to be done those days at 9. So we can get at that snow. But while I was out there, having a cigarette, I decided to do the walkway. And I had it right plain, and I put rock down. Then I went and got the broom, done all around the pumps. Then he came out. He see me, right? A good job he did, because and he shoveled around the pump, took the wheelbarrow, and anyway. Yeah. Shit like that happens, right? In 2 hours we got, well, probably that much, but in the front where the snow drift, it was like that. I had a hard time. I had to go out and shovel in front of the door because Guy came to get gas, couldn't get in the door. He opened it, but then all was slow and couldn't close it, right? I'm like, oh my God, so tired. The Vonda had to go to the other, but we did have it planned at 9 o'clock. We were going to go out there. But anyway, yeah. But I explained it to him. I said, any job that you're at, if your supervisor's there and says, okay, come over here or something, and if you don't think it's safe, and you haven't been trained on it, and you don't know what you're doing, you can refuse. If you think you're going to get injured. I said, I took, not I took WMIS, but I took workers placement safety or whatever course, eh? I took that. So he called his father while he was out there. After he left or whatever there, he called his father because his father knows about that stuff, and he agreed. His father agreed, yeah, she's right. He came over to me and he said, oh, I would have went over. I said, I know. I said, but you got to think about yourself because, buddy, he didn't even give him a tip. He helped him and never gave him $5. Like, come on. Give him even 10. It's Christmas time. I said, did he even thank you? I said, he should have came in. He never came in and talked to me. He could have thanked me too, because if I wouldn't have called supervisor, he would have been stuck there. Well, I can't leave Mike. I said, the second option, that's what I told him. I said, the bay cleaner, I got permission from his supervisor to help you. I said, but if you can't get that open by 10 o'clock, you're going to have to leave it here, and I get your name and number. I can't stay here. I live in North Edmonton, and I said, well, that's your second option. Because we're not open all night, and you can't stay in here all night. So, either if you guys don't get it done. But I mean, no thank you or nothing. So I didn't have to call him. I could have left him on his own. He was such an asshole because they were summoning when he done it at 8 o'clock, he was still an hour working on it. He asked Buddy across the way. If he wasn't such a fucking jerk, I think he would have helped him. Because he asked him if he had a coat hanger or something. Why didn't he ask for his help? He's not working. I mean, I said, the bay cleaner's working. He got to clean these bays up. I wasn't going to, no. I told him, I said, you can't go over there. Before I called supervisor, I said, you can't go help him. But he seen what I was saying, right? Because he was a jerk. Even if he did get it started, he probably wouldn't even drove him to the goddamn hospital. He would have to call 911 in a snowstorm and bleed to death, you know. He was a jerk. Like, why didn't you give Buddy $5? He's just a kid, $5 to him. Oh, he would have been happy. Just like a bro can't help us the 26th because we don't know what's going on. He'll probably come here for supper, but he got that dog to go back to and whatever. So, because we can't have animals here, Jenny can't have animals, I can't have animals. He's not going to leave that dog overnight. So, I'll probably get the bay cleaner. I'll give him $50. It won't be 2 hours, but he'd be happy to do it. Before 7, we'll have to get it done because he got to do bays at 7. But any little money, he'll be happy. I'll give him 50. Oh, I'm gonna be right. I'm not working because I gotta watch him because make sure he don't break nothing. Ian, we gotta do the TVs. Don't let him touch the TVs or anything if we get him, eh? Because he's so klutzy. But everything else I don't give a shit. It's just small appliances, whatever. And the teal stuff, the new stuff, I kept the box. So there's other things like that oven thing I didn't have a box for it because I got it on Marketplace and whatever, you know what I mean? But it's the TVs. We'll probably just bring them down alone afterwards or whatever. And because a table and a TV stand, and I'm getting that makeup thing. That's all glass. So probably the glass makeup thing and the two TVs we'll take. We'll keep away from him. But he's a menace. He was out there last weekend. He done a good job. He took the chipper and he chipped all around the pumps. Not the diesel, but the other ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chipped all over the place. Everywhere. Chips everywhere. Nobody could use the pumps if they would have came. Why don't you do 2 and then the other 2? Oh no, he went out there and chipped the whole thing. Had these big pieces of fucking, it looked like goddamn icebergs, for God's sakes. So he's gonna go get the wheelbarrow, and he should have had that because he parks around now. He got a mess out there, and oh, he reminds me of my oldest brother. That's why he gets right on my head. Anyway, so he's farting around and he got these big ice chips all over the place now. Big chunks of them. I'm like, and I was shoveling it in a day and everything. I was tired. I said, I'm not picking that up. There's no way. I told him to get the steel because they're so heavy. Get the steel shovel. Don't try with the plastic. He does like 10 loads. Oh, God. In the wheelbarrow. At least 5. I'm exaggerating. Then I go out and investigate. He's still got chips all over laying down in front of the pumps. I'm responsible for the pumps. Oh my God. And I don't feel like picking them up. I was like, you can't leave those big chips there. Someone comes to that. You know how slippery they are? So I started shoveling them away. I got the plastic one and I just threw them. I didn't give a fuck. He picked them up. He's a menace. Why didn't he just do the first 2? Get that done, then go over. Like when he's there, you gotta wait to pump your gas. The company finds out that, they're not gonna be too happy with him. They'll just have to wait. I said they can't wait. You got to clean one right away. I had to go around the corner and get him. He was playing around. I said, are you going to do anything with them chunks? I thought he was going to go in the car wash. I said, you better hurry up and do 1 lane anyway. Get 1 lane so that someone needs to get gas. They're not going to wait. He did a good job after it was done. It was pretty clear. No more ice, blah, blah, blah. Good job, buddy. But menace. He reminds me of my older half-brother. That's something he would do. Make a mess. He'd take the toaster apart. It wouldn't work. He'd have a piece, 3 pieces. Oh, those are just extra. Took everything apart. Mom, brand new Hoover vacuum cleaner. They just came out. Paid a lot of money. She said, look you, to Dean, don't you dare touch that vacuum cleaner. Well, she went and took a nap. He had it blowing out instead of sucking up the dust. It was blowing. He put it in reverse somehow. Oh my God. Mom went to vacuum. He put it away. See, he must not have started it. He put it away and Mom went to vacuum and oh, poof. Oh my, she was freaking. One toaster he put away, or took apart. He must have stretched the spring. He did something. Because you put the toast in, and you put your plate next to it, and when it was done, it would jump out and into the plate. I don't know how he did it. Ricocheted. Yeah. But that's sort of like this kid. He starts something, he makes a mess, then he got good intentions, but by the time he gets to the end, he don't want to do it. You know what I mean? But my move isn't that big, so I think everything that we got in here probably me and Ian can handle. It's just the stuff over to Jenny's, but because I'm not doing a bed. Oh, the TV stand. That's not that big. I just don't want them to touch the TVs and stuff. Or anything glass. I don't trust them. Maybe LaVonda said the glass come out of it, he can do the frame. But then if he bends it, the glass won't. But Ian be there to watch them, and I'll be watching them, believe me. I'm not working that day. Heck no, I'll find a way. Even if I have to call up and cough, 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 I can't work. But I'll see if what's her name wants to take the 4.5 hours. If she don't, I'll probably call up, say I'm not feeling good, and suggest for her to the morning staff to stay the 4 hours. I'll just say I'm not feeling good. You're supposed to find someone, but I don't have to find someone. She's already there. It's not overtime because you only work 4 hours. So. In our book, it doesn't even say. We got a manual. It says if you can't take a shift, you can find someone to take it for you. Then they have to call the supervisor, of course, to verify. So if they don't show up, you don't get in trouble. They do. Because they agreed to take it. But it didn't say that the person can't be full-time, can't be overtime, blah, blah, blah. Never said that, see. They screwed themselves up last week by complaining about my 4-hour overtime. Wanda just took in her and put it in a notice. This weekend's her last weekend with them, which I'm glad. Too much. So anyway, I'm going to upload this, have my cigarette, take a shower. I think Bro's going to come in around 11, 12. We're going to do our mukbang, so anyway, take a shower, get ready. Yeah. After I'm done my shower and stuff, I'll probably just lay back and relax until he calls me. So, yeah. So that's my story today, and I'm sticking to it. And you guys all have a good day, and it's cigarette time.